People shocked when they see what's caught in picture of Ivanka at Congressional baseball game. The annual Congressional baseball game was Thursday night, and while it's typically a lively sports event, this year was somewhat somber considering the ambush that just took place while the GOP team was practicing for the game this week. Ivanka Trump attended the event to show her support when she was photographed in the crowd, which caught something unexpected that took everyone by complete surprise. Republican Representative Steve Scalise is still in the hospital recovering from a severe gunshot wound to the hip after being shot by a lone liberal gunman who targeted the practice and set out to kill conservatives. People from both sides of the political aisle came together last night to play and watch the game between Republican and Democrats, including the first daughter who brought her two oldest children. While it's not customary for a president or any member of the first family to attend this event, this one was different in light of recent events. While Ivanka was there, she was seen mingling with others on the field when onlookers realized what else was there. Despite all of the divisiveness in politics today, everyone came together as one last night, putting their differences aside in an incredible show of respect. As Ivanka met with other people in attendance, both Democrats and Republicans, everyone seemed to be happy and enjoy themselves, as was caught in some of the candid shots for the game. It was this mutual respect and kindness that made the president proud and set a much-needed example to the world that opinions are just differences in thoughts and not something to become violent and kill over, as the shooter tried to do 2 mornings ago. The Daily Mail reports. President Trump was at Thursday's Congressional baseball game in spirit, giving a short video address before play began, as his daughter Ivanka Trump worked the crowd. Trump spoke via the big screen prior to the game, which was won by the Democrats in an 11-2 blowout. "By playing tonight you are showing the world that we will not be intimidated by threats or acts of violence," Trump said. "I know you will all be playing tonight extra hard for Steve," the president added, speaking of Representative Steve Scalise, who was wounded Wednesday morning when a gunman shot at lawmakers and aides practicing for this evening's game. The conciliatory tone was echoed after the game, with Democrats team manager Mike Doyle handing over the winning trophy to his Republican counterpart, Joe Barton. Doyle told Barton to put it in Steve Scalise's office on behalf of the Democrats. After accepting it gracefully, Barton cracked, "Next year we won't be so nice." Perhaps one of the most moving moments from the game last night is when one man stepped out on the field to throw the first pitch. The hero Capitol Police officer, David Bailey, who is credited with saving Scalise's life, had the honor of throwing the first ball as everyone stood and watched with praise for his heroism. Prior to the first bat being swung in anger, the U.S. Capitol Police ceremonial unit was charged with handling the presentation of colors for the game as in homage to Bailey and Crystal Griner. The 2 officers shot defending the GOP lawmakers practicing for the game. The Congressional course sang the national anthem, Mail Online reported. The game began with both Republicans and Democrats huddling in prayer. When the players' names were called, Scalise's was announced last, as the congressman remains in critical condition, requiring additional operations from the single gunshot wound he took to the left hip. This seemingly simple event was much more important than a game. It was proof that people with differences can come together. Democrats have pushed divisiveness for long enough, which has led people to the point where they feel taking another life, including our president's, is an acceptable and viable option to avenging the loss of their candidate and the direction Trump is taking America. Never in history has there been such vitriol among citizens, which will launch us into a civil war if it's not stopped. It's up to those representing the people and pushing the propaganda to end it and bring people together, despite their differences.